again to another exciting episode in our Criminology Lens podcast. My name is Fidel. How are you, Brian?
I'm doing great.
Ayo, poa sana. So, kuna hii story ya Naipei and Opande. From my view, pali imefika saizi it's too much. But from my view, mimi naona kama Naipei pia an overdo. It's not necessary because from a normal girl, a normal lady, alafu tuseme alikuwa that ashamed kwa hiyo video. Sidhani kama angetokea kwa any other video or any other episode. But sasa watu wengi wameongea, Mosira amekuwa grilled this hata na lion anaacha boy child nje.
So just to interrupt, so una feel kama Naipei anajaribu kusik relevant through hii act yake instead of being ashamed.
True. If truly angekuwa ashamed, hangetokea kwa any other video, any other interview. Hadi angeenda tu missing case kwa cold, watu wasahau tu hiyo story na maisha yaendelee. But sasa venye anajaribu mara kwa Pastor Kanyari, mara Musire, mara sijui ma interview tumbili, mara mimi na feel kama kuna kitu anatafuta. But sasa kwa hii episode tutaongelea Opande, tutaongelea Naipei.
Yeah, boy child.
Tutaongea boy child afadhali tumtetee tu kidogo. Ama labda yani tuone views zetu kwake.
Yeah, so hatutamtetea, tutasema ukweli.
Tutamtetea.
Kulingana na sheria. Sheria inasema vipi?
Kulingana na sheria, constitution inasema vipi? So Brian, from my view, venye ulisema you are a social scientist.
Yeah, the real heroes of society.
The real heroes. What's your point? What's your take?
Especially nilisikia huyu anaitwa katibu mkuu wa mazingira.
Geoffrey Misuse.
Alikuja kujitetea akasema amesave Opande from criminal liability. Anasema Kenyans are arguing that he's not helping boy child. He's so much on women to chase clout on women. But wanasema mnyongeni, haki yake mpeni. Huyu katibu mkuu on so many occasions in the past amekuwa pia on the side of boy child.
Like
kuna siku ametoa huyu chokora akamnyoa akamvalisha masuti akaanza you remember that story?
Yeah, nakumbuka.
But now in this case of Opande ako in hot soup. And specifically kuna video alisema amesave Opande yeye kukaa karibu na Naipei na kumpea hiyo moral support.
Yeah.
Kumencourage as he commit suicide, kumencourage that her life is still not lost, ndo asijiue. Amesave Opande from criminal liability because angefungwa kamiti kama huyo msichana angejiua. But now what does the law say about this offense? First of all, now that Naipei haja commit suicide, that case is neither here nor there because hatuwezi ongelea kitu haijafanyika. But now, away from the emotions, away from the court of public opinion. What wanasema this and this, what does the law say about this specific
type of scenario?
Yeah, this scenario ya sharing nude content ya your partner, especially in a way to depict them as in an embarrassing way.
Embarrassing. But just story iko si yeye alishare. Ni kama mtu alishare, ni kama mtu alipata hizo content, kama mimi nipate some content kwa simu yako then ni share. Si ati ni yeye Opande alishare. Hivyo ndo ametokea kijitetea. But unajua hatuwezi jua.
But sasa unajua the problem with the law is how do you prove that you surrender? That's why wanasema you protect your phone with password.
So
because you will take 100% responsibility of what happens
to your phone.
Yes, hakuna video itatoka, unajua simu
so you are easy jitetea in any criminal court at
unless he proves that at that particular time that video was being shared. Hakukuwa anywhere around that phone na prove ni nani mwenye anaweza kuwa alishare hiyo phone na kuwe na evidence kuwa sio yeye alikuwa na hiyo simu. It is a hassle to prove that in court. But now as it stands according to the
law,
What is the offense? Wachana na suicide because it never happened. Because angeshikwa for, maybe Mosiri anasema angeshikwa for contributing into suicide, because mtu alicommit suicide, but the reason why he committed suicide, somebody contributed by sharing embarrassing and intimate images of them online, so commit suicide. So of course the first person to be arrested angekuwa Opande. Sindio? Because he is directly involved kwa hii makosa yenye imefanyika. But now as it stands, what are the offenses that in case this hii kitu inafika kotini, what are the laws say about this particular offense? So
bado Naipei ako na chances za kusue.
Yes, very open. Very open. Anaweza msue on so many violations of the Kenyan constitution. But they stand in court, and Opande can be prosecuted, either fine or imprisonment. So let's go to the law. What does it say? According to the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act of 2018. Inasemaje? Sharing intimate or private images without consent is a crime. So lazima, kwanza inamaanisha nini? Lazima huyo mtu mwenye unatumia video, unatuma images zake ama video, akuwa amekubali kuwa unaweza share. Na hiyo kukubali, to be safe, lazima muandikishane chini. Nasema
lazima go on record.
My name is Opande. Do now agree with my friend blah Naipei that I have recorded her in this club at this time, intimate and embarrassing videos, and she has allowed me to share those videos online on all social media platforms. Bas
ukiandika hivyo, if it's on record,
assign akupe copy ya ID. Okay,
makes sense by the way.
Yes, indeed. And now that is under that section 37 of the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act. So huyo mtu mwenye ana transfer, publish or disseminates intimate or obscene images or video of another person without their consent commits an offense under the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act of Kenya. And what is the penalty for that, my brother? Ukifanya tu hivyo now, Opande for you. A good thing I had a very good well-paying job huko US.
Nasikia nasi inalipa.
Inalipa US.
Inalipa.
So,
rumors.
Hii mambo ya criminology lens tuachane nayo, tutafute.
Kila mtu na njia yake.
Kila mtu na njia yake. Anasema bahati ya mwenzio usilalie mlango wake.
Dogo.
Alifanya tu, alienda tu US akakuwa nasi kidogo, ana trend online, akona magari, pia unaenda US. Utachimba migodi ndugu yangu. Utahaso basa. So what is the offense of that? What is the penalty for that? 200,000 or 2 years imprisonment fine.
200k.
Yes. Do you know what 2 years imprisonment can do to a person, my friend?
Wanasema 2 days. 2 days,
my friend. So, and this is a lesson to Kenyans. You might be excited, you might be intoxicated, you are dealing with a lady or a man. If you have a reason to have their private videos or images, just have them for your personal consumption. Hii excitement ya kushare on social media to embarrass somebody, na bado una hustle, you don't have your 200,000 ready. You are not ready to lose 200,000. Just avoid. Yeah. And then we have the violations that come with sharing obscene images of another person. You have violated, first of all, the human dignity of that person. Then number 2, right of privacy. Zenye ziko inherent in our Kenyan constitution. Human dignity na right of privacy. Kenyan constitution imeprotect hizo vitu kama vile mama anaweza protect mtoto yake. Every Kenyan human dignity ni ile kuishi maisha mzuri, kuishi bila aibu. Na venye uliona the lady akilia kwa mtandao, maisha yake imeharibika, amepoteza nini? That's human dignity. And the Kenyan constitution does not sit and watch any other person akitry to violate any of those. So that was a serious offense from Opande. And it's a lesson, you know. They say a good it is good to learn from the mistakes of other people.
It's a lesson for every young man out there or lady.
And then apart from the Cyber Crime Act, we have the Data Protection Act of 2019. I'm telling you, these are some of the serious violations that you can ever do in Kenya. Data protection. If you violate, for example, unlawful processing and dissemination of personal data, including intimate content, it may attract administrative and civil sanctions under the Data Protection Law.
Okay.
So, Opande was guilty of these offenses, minus.
There is no way anaweza jitetea.
There's no way if he decides to go to court. There's no
way
if
Naipei decides to go to court.
Yeah. And
the moment on land Kenya hivi ka.
Yeah, the only thing that cannot happen, for example, if he decides to be prosecuted and somebody is arguing that wanaweza taka ku add offense ya attempted suicide, anaweza argue that maybe she attempted suicide before she was rescued. And I'm being advised that there was a high court ruling yenye ilisema attempted suicide is unconstitutional. Like there is no offense of attempted suicide.
There's no offense.
Yeah, somebody who attempted suicide cannot be. You know, before people who attempted suicide were sued. It was a crime. But now, when you attempt suicide, you cannot be penalized and you cannot serve a sentence. What you can do, you can be advised for health-based counseling. But remember, attempting suicide is also an offense, but only that it cannot be punished by imprisonment or fine. You can only be recommended for counseling. So, if Naipei had attempted suicide, then it's equally successful. It's also an offense, but now for her, she cannot
face any charges.
But if the suicide could have materialized, now it could be another hot soup for Opande. Now the charges increase from just abuse of cybercrime, 200,000 or
2 year imprisonment.
In any criminal case, they usually consider in any criminal case where it's Opande, for example, amekuwa charged kwa court either through Data Protection Act of 2019 or the Cyber Crime Act of 2019. So amepelekwa kotini. Kuna kwanga na kinaitwa mitigating factors za kumzuia, za kumfanya asipate either hiyo 200,000 bail fine yote ama asiserve 2 years yote. Because you know kuna kwanga na judicial discretion where a judge anaweza amua between hizo sentencing guidelines. Sasa kuna 2 years. Anaweza kupea hata 1 year ama 6 months. It's also allowed. Sasa kuna maximum of 200,000. Anaweza kupea 100,000 fine. But there are some things that will be considered mitigating factors. For example, kuna hiyo kukua remorseful. Kwamba msamaha. For example, the moment you realize that umetuma hiyo content, you deleted. Ama you can prove that you didn't have an intention to harm this person. If you can prove that sharing that content had nothing to do with harming this person, maybe it was just a matter of trying to have fun on your side, of which you didn't know it will go to that extent. Prove to court, it can be a mitigating factor. And then if you intended to humiliate, ama you repeatedly shared that image, then that's
unajua tu social media venye inakuwa one image, then kidogo boom, everybody has it.
Yeah, but unajua it will be proved that all of them did not come from Opande. Maybe he just shared on Facebook or Twitter. Then all of a sudden, but unapata ameshare Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, nini. So if you repeatedly circulated those images, then it becomes more punished. Like you are likely to get hiyo kuwa punished the maximum sentencing of that. And then number 2, even if after the government imekusuu, when you get a fine, ukipewa fine unalipa to the government. Ukilipa 2 years una serve in a government institution. But now the family can also have another, wanaweza kusue in a civil way so that you compensate the family. for their human dignity and who breach their right to privacy. So those are some of the offenses zenye Opande ako liable to, na watu waache prosecute hii case in public opinion. Like, what do you think? Not so much as
what do you think? What do you think? So the future of Opande relies on the action that Naipei atatake.
Yes, it relies on the action. But so far sijasikia kama
if she was really ashamed, she could have taken action.
And you know the first thing you do kama umekosewa is you go and report to the police station, and you don't attend another podcast,
another interview, another church
so you go and report to a police station, you get your OB, the police initiate arrest. You cannot have people running here and running up and down on social media, but you have not reported to any police. Mtu mwenye anaweza kupea legal reprieve, it comes from the police first. Ndo waunde kesi.
Kwa na hiyo OB.
Sisi kwa na OB number. Waunde kesi wapeleke kwa prosecutor. Prosecutor angalie uzito ya evidence. Then charges zifunguliwe.
The moment Opande ana land Kenya can.
Anashikwa. Lakini all these things that you want to whip emotions, you want people to feel
fallacy of pity.
You want fallacy of pity. You want companies to recognize you, you get some gigs and adverts. So in conclusion, it is an offense in Kenya to publish any images of any person, whether you are a man or a woman, unless you have consent exclusively. Uko na consent. Number 2, Opande is guilty for offenses related to cybercrime and data protection. Na human dignity, na ku violate his right to privacy ya huyo Naipei. And for that, he can face criminal charges. But for what has been said on social media that somebody has saved Opande from criminal prosecution just because of being closer to Naipei. That's not true. Opande is still liable for criminal prosecutions, but they are not related to attempted murder. And if it could have gone to suicide, then hiyo bar yake ya kuprosecute ingeresiwa high because the offenses angekuwa added to it would be more serious than just cyber crimes na human na hii ya data protection.
Okay.
So Kenyans, be careful on social media. It's a very small space right now. One mistake, just before you send anything, before you say anything on social media, kindly scrutinize, kindly look at the legal requirements before you just become another Naipei or Opande when your police are on your case. Thank you.
And social activists are also in your case.
Yeah, social activists, lawyers.
So thank you for watching.